welcome to Cape Connect. Today, this is just something we should discuss. We are just having a discussion here. And apparently, I'm with the man, controversial. He's an entrepreneur. He's a music aggregator. Plot, you do a lot of things. You're a journalist, right?
Yeah.
You do events.
True.
I think now, if I can say you're the man who's holding the industry by its balls. Plot Mhako, you're welcome.
I'm good, how's it, man?
I'm good.
I'm good. we come a long way, and people don't know that we just meet on Facebook.
Exactly.
We met before Facebook was created.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see.
Good to see, man. Plot, I've known you for years, man. When I think on our you're on Facebook for sure.
Yeah.
But I think we've known each other since around 2006?
Yeah,
2005?
7.
7?
Yeah, 7.
When you did your first Chiviliga. Was a gigs and I attended.
Yeah.
If I have to say a well-planned gig, the one you did to Avondale, 7 acts, right? That thing was massive, bro. How did you pull it?
Well, man, you remind me of a heartbreak. Yeah, it's one of the things that I invested so much time, so much effort, so much money, so much energy into. And how I pulled it off is that I had to sell a house.
You sell the house?
Yeah, to the first developer. So it was not an easy sacrifice, but because I believed in what I was doing, I had to do it.
It was the sound was on point.
It was diva, concert sound. I think by then you had like 1 or 2 PA systems.
The performances, I remember Mafrik.
Yes.
Rocky.
Yes.
Did Leonard perform?
Leonard
perform.
Yeah.
And major players. And there was the one on the late the DJ.
DJ Smooth. Man, you remember it all.
I remember it all. Smooth was there.
Yeah.
Bro, that thing was massive. I don't want to lie to you.
It was massive.
That thing was massive.
And every time I get into certain state, I was just there recently for Zima. I feel haunted. I mean, for me, it feels like a reminder of a chapter that almost broke my heart.
Yeah, I understand. Then from there, Chiviliga.
Yes.
I saw Chiviliga from inception.
Yeah.
We used to do gigs. My mom used to go
Yeah.
Chiviliga. I remember Gunshot.
Yeah, DJ Gunshot. Yeah, it's still there. Where is there?
You see,
DJ.
Is it still around?
Yeah, it's still around. It's still my boy. We still do some stuff together here and there. But I mean, he's around. He's in the room.
Who else was part of Chiviliga? Like the
There was Phil G.
Phil G.
Yeah.
I do what I do. I do like I do it for TV.
I did it for TV. I even went to Lulin Zengerere. I worked with so many people, like even Sky, the comedian, was there at some point. I don't know, 4 years. I worked with so many people. Yeah.
And what did Chiviliga do to you? Like from when you're starting? I know the hustle. Trust me, I was with you. I think in the Daggers. I saw it all.
Yeah.
I saw it all.
Chiviliga for me was growth. Chiviliga for me was self-discovery. This is where I discovered and learned so many things. And I learned the industry through Chiviliga. And it was not an easy process, but from that process, I transitioned from being a rookie in the industry to be bold, to be strong, and yeah, it's a legacy that I don't want to forget, that I can't rub off my profile, but at the same time, it created a lot of pain for me.
A lot of pain because I think I'm going to feel.
It was not easy because I didn't know how to get funding, so there was no funding. So a lot of the times with self-finance. But what gives me a lot of satisfaction is looking at artists that are first year with Chiviliga. I was with Japres just last week, and every time I see him, it reminds me that, bro, you gave me my first live stage performance opportunity. So for me, that alone sort of validates that it wasn't everything that I did was in vain. Some people benefited from the platform, and that gives me the satisfaction.
Yeah, I know Japreza, and even I think Shinso became
Shinso.
a very like he was always there.
Yes, Shinzo was a regular there. I was really surprised when people were saying, "Oh, Epic Grooves, why is Shinzo there?" And I'm like, they don't know Shinzo was doing Epic Grooves.
Exactly, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know that Shinzo was Epic Grooves before, and he was always wherever when Jubilee was, I'm like, that's our father, and
Shinzo, people may not acknowledge, but I think he's a very important part of the transition from urban grooves to Zim dance.
Yeah.
He's one person that I think managed to actually transition and be part of two eras. You know, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. And Leonard Mafumo, I know you guys are ties.
It's legendary because I mean we grew from just being acquaintances in the industry to become friends, and now like we are family. We're that close, and I've seen him move from being an artist to a record label owner to an artist manager to a promoter to doing events, doing so many things, and he's underappreciated, but he did so much. Yeah.
And I know Languti, all those days and all those times when you were busy with Jibiliga, busy with this and that, then suddenly social media. I remember the first issue which made me jump into you was the former BBA participant.
Hakim.
Yeah. You guys, you're the Rabon Hakim.
The guy had a go at me, but I didn't know why he was so infuriated and angry at me. To the extent that he wanted to physically handle me, which never happened and will never happen. But I don't have any personal issues with him. I respect him as a creative, but somehow he felt some type of a way towards me.
And I know language after the Hakim thing, stories popped up. People are bashing you for this. People are saying Plot is a hater. People are saying a lot of crap was said, especially on Facebook.
But I mean, for example, everything that I've said, I want somebody to stand and say I've said stuff that didn't come to pass, or I've said falsehoods. Everything I've said about urban grooves, I remember in 2012, 2011, I was talking about urban grooves. It came to pass.
Yeah.
And everything that I've said about Zim came to pass. Everything I've said about hip hop, about Sungura, so literally just looking at the trends and artists that I vouched for and said they're going to be stars, they've become stars.
Exactly.
Your Andre the vocalist, your Big Charlies, now Prince Jubida. So it's understanding and following the trends and really observing, and also tapping into people like you that I'm able to see certain things and understand certain things.
Yeah.
Well before people get to that point.
I think that's where most people don't see, and sometimes I'm not profited. But sometimes you just need to understand the industry and where it's going and where it's coming from and where it's going. Because I remember we had a discussion with you where we said urban grooves, it's gone. Zintanzo, it's going down, right? And I remember 4 or 5 years ago, 5 or 6 maybe, when we were saying Nati O is gonna be big, very very soon. And people are like, and all these
They didn't see the master seed coming. They didn't see. And right now they don't see where the boy is going. I've spent time with him over the past 15 years. He's one of the artists that I've literally had a lot of interaction with.
Yeah.
Since he was a dancer to him becoming a musician. And I remember him coming to my place, in 2008, 2009 there, and I could see the drive and the hunger that I still see in him, even doubling up, and today I say Nati O is Africa's finest. Is going for the big prize. It's going to be an example that young people in Zimbabwe are going to follow and say we want to be like Nati O.
Well, I think it's changing. It's changing the trajectory. It's changing the narrative of the music. Because personally, I said to him, I see the future of the music in you. I see one voice which will possibly represent Zimbabwe internationally.
Yes.
Like at a different level, because I feel like he's got so much talent. True. You listen to him and he's focused.
Super focused, and he's very intelligent, very profound.
Nice. Yeah.
And he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants. I spent a week with him in Zambia, and I could see, he's so focused. He knows what he wants. He goes for it, And he's a listening artist. He pays attention,
And I've been walking around.
Yeah.
I've seen the industry. I've listened to music being played in the street. What's your take? Where are we going as arts in Zim?
Well, we're in a crisis of paralysis. Nothing is working. We're in a survival mode. So artists literally have to survive on a hit song. If you don't have a hit song, you struggle to actually make it. And artists are only surviving on live shows, the few shows that they get. So artists are surviving on it's hand-to-mouth situation for every artist, and there is no real industry to talk about. But there is a realization that we need to work towards an industry. There is a need amongst artists and the drive amongst artists to say, look, let's fix our situation. But the economic, the political situation, the social situation is affecting all creatives in every way. So it makes it a bit difficult for Zimbabwean artists to even make money and survive in this kind of environment. So we may look for what song is trending, whatever. Right now we don't even outright genre that is trending.
Yep.
So for me, I regard this moment that we're in as the roots or two. And this is why, because we've got a portfolio of sound, we've got different sounds that are coming through that we can't distinctly define as hip-hop or dance or jimmy or whatever. There's different sounds, and there's a new crop of artists that are popping up. Your Michael Mars, and your Prince Leaders, and there is a disruption that's happening. And I don't know how long that disruption is going to take, but for artists that are dominant in the past 5 years, it's not business as usual.
It's not business as usual.
A lot of them are struggling to actually get a booking, to make a gig, to make money, and they're fighting for relevance and survival.
Yes.
It's
sad.
It is sad. It is sad because that happens when you run a structured industry. So everything that's happening is pretty much just hand to mouth. People are trying to survive. People are trying to live off what's there. Nobody's really looking at creating for tomorrow. You create for now. So you make a song today, you want to drop it, because if you don't drop it, tomorrow it's not going to be relevant. Yeah,
because I've been trying to get in touch with people and maybe sit down, see them. Some I haven't seen them in a while, man. And it's been difficult. And Panipanda guy maybe when I was not alone, but I realized in Zim right now, you are hustling 24/7. For survival.
Everybody's hustling, and people have hustled to the extent that you now do anything to just make ends. You go extra lengths to just make ends meet.
So what's the plan? What's the way forward? What do you think can be done for the industry to be at least maybe halfway to compare to maybe South African industry or Zambian industry? Zambia, let's take Zambia, just Zambia. Yeah.
The environment has to be enabling. It has to be conducive. It has to be supportive. It has to be conducive for a creative to work. And right now the environment is not conducive from a socio-political and economic point of view.
Yeah.
So what it means is that certain things have to happen for certain things to actually happen. So we can't talk of entertainment when people are looking for bread and butter.
Exactly.
So if the struggle is real and then people get into survival mode, and it's difficult for anybody to think of enjoyment. And the few that are actually enjoying shows, they're the ones that you find at every show.
Oh yeah.
So if it's 10 of you artists doing shows, it means you're going to share or someone is going to lose out.
Yeah.
So what has to happen is an industry has to be born, an industry has to be developed, but there has to be deliberate political decisions that are made to make sure that we have structures that allow industry to thrive and grow. From film, look at South Africa, in 1 year alone, how many films have been shot in Cape Town?
Imagine.
International films, more than 6 international films. So, and here how many films do we have? We have development films. We've had 1 or 2 films being shot, but it's a struggle.
It's a struggle. I'm going to... Hakuna mabhiskits. Magozi ndo unangochoka tiri pamberi pekamera. Vhura chete mutuma because murumana unakufaka.
No, I had a cough. That's why I was.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying, but because it's said what's happening. It's said what the state of the industry and everything, what's happening with the artists. Tukaona now. It's hectic, Baba.
It's hectic. And it's going to be even more hectic because now we're getting into election time. So what it means is artists are now debating whether they should perform and help politicians campaign. And if they don't do that, they don't get the
Oh yeah. I think it's that time when you have to choose between political sides. But I don't think it's supposed to be like that in arts. You are an artist and you are supposed to express yourself whichever way and perform wherever, whether you're performing for this other side or you're performing for this other side. You should be able to and not be labeled a certain artist could maybe you are, whether you're ZANPF or you are CCC or you are a Haitian thing.
Yeah, but in Zimbabwe we're so polarized, so it's difficult.
Okay. So for Plot now, what's the plan?
My plan is always thickening. I'm always plotting, always thinking of the next step.
I'm not thinking.
Yeah, what you see is almost like when you're driving.
Mm-hmm.
So where you're stepping on is not what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Where you're stepping on is where you've already seen ahead. So my view is always on the next. And what people are experiencing is something that I've premeditated and thought about long before.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the next step for me is Amplify Africa, the biggest festival in Southern Africa, the biggest festival in the country. You know, if it was in Zoom. Yeah, but we're still debating on that. And Amplify is going to be the biggest platform where people discover African mixed stars.
Yeah. I think that's one thing which I realized in Ubuti. You know, when I go to really come and up and say Chagat, that's the thing which personally I used to do also, or still now. I can actually say, you know what, next time this is what's going to happen. I remember I spoke about TikTok and say TikTok is going to be the biggest platform a few years back. And people was on Facebook. But right now, what's happening? And Zim artists, they are not capitalizing or they're not doing anything, especially on TikTok. Some people are big. Some people are being paid on TikTok.
You see, there are dynamics in Zim. I mean, I was looking at also things from that end that Zimbabwean artists are lazy. There are some lazy, but there are artists that actually put in grind. So the struggle for Zimbabwean creative is multifaceted.
Yeah.
We're thinking of somebody who has to create an environment where power is not consistent in terms of supply.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you have power, you don't have power. One where water is not available all the time.
Exactly.
Right. Where internet
is expensive
and then also not consistent.
Yeah.
You know, it can just fluctuate. So anybody who's creating in that environment, they have to put up 10 times the energy as compared to somebody who's working in an environment where all those things are set. So in such an environment, it makes it difficult for a creative to actually be making good art because they are thinking survival. Yeah. So they're not really thinking about creativity is dying because people are just looking, can I trend, can I make money, can I get?
Yeah.
So even if people get on TikTok, the consumers in Zim are not so many. So
to go out and do what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? The kids want scarf and all this.
The level of happiness is very low.
It's low.
So there are things that will not even tickle you even if they're put on TikTok.
Yes.
Because
right?
Yeah. But in South Africa, people can just be dancing and people are dancing.
Asia.
And
people
are dancing and nobody is judgmental because they're happy.
Right. They're happy.
So it's that level of happiness that we need to tap into so that at least when people are happy, we can actually start get certain things and get certain things done
Yeah.
and help artists be creative. Not even help them, because I think it's also even a wrong notion that we think artists need to be helped.
No, artists don't need to be helped.
Artists can actually fend for themselves. Artists can make money. Artists keep our lives running.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for an artist, you just need a good environment, because being creative is natural. That's you. You're born to create. You're born to entertain.
Exactly.
You know it anytime. But now I think people are thinking about chikafu, their fees, kids, mageta kuna, and all these things. So at the end of the day, I think it's killing arts. I know there's one point when what's his name, the legendary actor. I can't remember his name, man. I flip and forget it. He said to me some years back. He was like, afana even groups. One should be sure that art ukangorora chete art inopera. Who said this, man? It's like legendary. I'm forgetting his name, man. Madara actor dara. That's ne manza. So like for that, I tangira zafika masutu so. Yeah, and what's his name?
Ben's Ben.
Not Ben. I can see the face.
Was he on 263?
He wasn't on 263, but he was on these other dramas. And I don't think he's still married. He's married. Looking at Nanasi, he's not even married.
Aaron Chudrama.
I don't know if he's married.
No,
He's legendary. He says once you marry, art goes. Ask Leonard knows about that story. So basically it's the same thing. Artists, you need an environment made to thrive in terms of art.
But I mean, marriage is also good.
and marriage is good, but sometimes marriage kills art also. That was real. Because no I don't know. Sometimes you're supposed to be home. You know it also.
Cool. Yeah.
No man. I saw it's hectic. I'm supposed to. I had a discussion with Leander Candelo.
Yeah.
That's what he said, bro, was profound. I'm gonna put the gig up. And I think he's one DJ who has made so much sense, and he's legendary. What growth, what he has put in, the DJ has told, the people he has put on, bro, online. I didn't know. On radio, I didn't know. He's got so much people has put online. Wow. You see, so much people has put on to be on radio, and they don't appreciate. You've got artists who you put on yourself, but sometimes they don't appreciate. After maybe some years on to go I don't plot is those things happening to you now?
I mean, obviously, some artists that I appreciate, but the bulk of them they don't appreciate. They don't really say it loudly. They appreciate it in private. Like, thanks a lot for what you did. But they will never acknowledge it in front of people. But I've moved to a point where I'm like, what moves me is having a life that I've changed.
Yeah.
And having impacted somebody, whether they decided to talk about it or not. It's secondary. But for me, I've played my part. I've done my role, and we keep moving. We keep doing stuff. And now I'm on the path of building, contributed towards the biggest musical success stories in Zimbabwe ever, in terms of pop culture. And it's something that I believe, in the next 24 months, we should have achieved, and it's something that is going to shock them.
Let's do it. We know people are dreamers, man. We've got people who dream big. We've got people who are, who wish to do bigger things for them. A lot of creatives. Unfortunately, most people are living in the country. People who had passion for music and the drive for music for the industry though. So people are leaving the country.
Sure.
People are leaving. Leonard Diameno, out UK. Sunny is in Australia. Ngoni is in the UK with Leo, Jezebel, and everyone else. And now I think the young crop, they will start going also. Much.
That's why I'm saying, like, we may want to be very cosmetic or maybe think, oh, it's very political when we say these things, but Zimbabwe is unfriendly towards dreams.
It's unfriendly towards dreams.
Yeah. And it's even more unfriendly towards dreamers.
Yeah.
So it's not a place that you can be and you can actually dream and fulfill your dream. Like for me, I had to leave the country to come back and do stuff. And now I'm in Zen, but I really feel the push from the country. It pushes you away. It makes you feel like you are pursuing something in vain. There is less of appreciation. Everything is, you have to be on your toes. Ever since I got here, the currency has changed 10 times. I've been here for 3 months and it's unbearable, it's unimaginable. That doesn't happen in any other country. Like, you can't survive in such a space. And I salute every creative who's actually working in this space, who's making it in this space, because it's not easy.
That's true.
It's not easy
That's
at
true.
all. And we love the country. This is why we're here. This is why we do everything we do. We even represent it whenever we go, and we talk positively about it. But the country doesn't love us.
That's true. That's true. Because I think for me now, it's giving me a different view of what I saw when I'm there, and now I'm home, and I'm in the environment, and then I'm going through what they go through. It's giving me a different view, different opinion on everything, and I actually feel pity for these kids. I feel pity for the artists. I feel pity for the industry itself, because for you to say without taking a song or read a gig, the kids should be playing Panza, fees should be paid because change. The gig change. But even though gig change, but even though we take a record song, it change. It's not something which you should budget for. You shouldn't budget to say Brenda Kwaja praise. Brenda Omachi. Just like that. But in Zim now you have to start budgeting for the next 2-3 months. And then maybe one of the budget manager taking food. So which means you have to buy my US dollars and maybe put them somewhere.
Yeah, I feel very different and disappointed by the space, and I feel these are things that we could deliberately fix.
Yeah.
And why we're not fixing things, why we're not making things livable and good for us, I wonder, because there are things that break my heart whenever I come back here. Just the moment I get to the airport, the attitude, the kind of welcome that I get. There's so much hassle.
There's so much hate and anger. Yeah. People are aggressive.
And you get into the bank, you can stand there for hours. Like nobody, the empathy, the compassion is gone. And we've lost something that we need to work as a nation to regain. To just the feeling of just feeling for another person, the feeling of loving your country and doing positive without any other reason. But saying, look, I love Zimbabwe, I'm going to be positive. I see people throwing litter through their windows, car windows.
Exactly, they don't care.
They don't care.
City centers.
I see people with dirty faces, I see people peeing, on in alleys and stuff.
They don't care.
And it's actually the mentality. It's us not seeing the value of us taking care of our country and doing things well.
Comrade, talk about Rosario. But let's do collaborations, man. Let's collaborate. Let's see what we can do, man. Let's do collaborations. You remember I wanted to collaborate with Airground and Cape Connect.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm in Cape Town and you are everywhere. You remember my request? I don't even know where you are now. You are in Zambia today. You are in Malawi tomorrow. The next thing I'm hearing you're in Budapest.
Zimbabwe makes you a global citizen,
Yeah.
which is possibly one of the advantages, that it pushes you into spaces that you would not have thought of.
Exactly.
But I love this country. I've worked for this country. I believe that things are going to be fine. But it will take, good men doing something.
Exactly.
Appreciating and supporting and believing and just doing things right.
Okay. Comrade, as soon as I drop, I drop.
Let's
Let's link up. Let's do something.
Cool.
But otherwise, thanks, guys. Just follow us on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Let's keep connect. This is your Uncle Joe. You know, now with the I share my Facebook, I share them, and I just want to meet someone. Before you go. I need to see what's his name? Mtarisi.
Tonight. No, he's a good brother.
Yeah, I need to see. I need
we have very good energy, good vibe.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Whatever was happening, I think for us, the fights, especially on social media.
For me, I think people interpret things differently. I don't think I ever had fights with him. I had an interaction with him.
Exactly.
And this is healthy for any normal environment.
Yeah.
And we heard that this is why, from time to time, we reach out to each other. Hey,
exactly.
See what he's doing. He's done amazing for me.
He's done amazing.
So we can't wrap that off.
I think what we the things we disagreed on with him and the other guys, we felt they were capturing or taking advantage of the youths, especially the young artists. I think even while now and they made a few adjustments, and right now things are going the way we felt should go. So we were not like saying you guys you're trash, but just do things in a way
that destroy what we can do. To support things and do things by constructive dialogue.
Exactly.